Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now in this video I'd like to talk about my horror anthology movies. Now I'm a huge fan of horror anthology movies, especially the ones that were made by Amicus, you know, in the 1970s. Absolutely fantastic. So we'll make a start. Now this is part one actually. I'm going to do a part two of the rest of my horror anthology movies. We'll start off with my all-time favourite horror anthology movie, Tales from the Crypt from 1972. Oh, I mean, I could go on uttering superlatives about this movie all afternoon. I mean, it's just a fantastic horror anthology movie made in 1972 and starring all the the horror greats, Peter Cushing, Patrick McGee, Ian Hendry. Oh yeah, fantastic. Ralph Richardson plays the Crypt Keeper. I mean, all the stories are good. I mean, it's very rare that you get like a horror anthology movie where every single story is top class, but this is certainly one of them. I mean, I've watched this movie many times over the years, never get tired of it. It's just a fantastic movie. So yeah, from 1972, Amicus Tales from the Crypt. Next one up, another great Amicus classic horror anthology, The House That Dripped Blood. Again, great selection, great cast here. Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, Ingrid Pitt, John Pertwee. Again, all the stories are awesome. Especially like the one with Christopher Lee, where he has the little girl who's a daughter of a witch, and the voodoo and that, are just fantastic. And I love the way the framing story about the policeman played by John Bennett. He's very cynical about this house having a bad history, because everybody who's took the house on, something horrible's happened to them. But this is a fantastic release, this one. From Second Sight Films, The House That Dripped Blood. Next one, another Amicus favourite from the early 70s, Asylum. Again, another fantastic movie, stars the great Peter Cushing. The framing story involves Robert Powell, who plays a doctor who goes to this asylum, and he has to guess of the four patients who is the real Dr. Starr. But I won't go on too much about it because it's got a good twist at the end. But this is another fantastic movie from Amicus, Asylum. Next one, Dead of Night. Now, this movie has got one particular story which is really, the most scariest one of all, and that's the one called Bobby. On a dark and stormy night, a boy, Lee H. Montgomery, thought to be dead, surprises his despondent mother, Joan Hackett, at the family beach house, bringing her both extreme joy and overwhelming terror. So basically, like, her son's died, like he's drowned and that, and this woman, she's distraught and that, and she tries to bring him back by supernatural means. But I won't tell you what happens and that, And the other stories are Second Chance and No Such Thing as a Vampire. Again, fantastic anthology movie. Next one, Vincent Price, Twice Told Tales. Again, another awesome movie. A terrifying trilogy of passion, poison and possession. It's spine-tingling terror and triplicate virtuoso of horror. Vincent Price dials up the depravity in the spellbinding trilogy and Nathaniel Hawthorne's chilling classics. So yeah, Twice Told Tales. Next one, British classic horror anthology movie, and the first one, that started the genre, Dead of Night. The one particular story in this one that sticks out, not only for me, but I know a lot of other people, the one involving the ventriloquist doll. It's really creepy, that one. It really is. It stars in Michael Redgrave, Boogie Withers, who we remember from Within These Walls in the early 70s, where she played a prison governor, and Mervyn Johns, he's part of the framing story in this one. This is a classic of English cinema. It really is. Utterly fantastic movie. So there you go, Dead of Night. Next one, it's a Stephen King movie, Creepshow 2. Again, some brilliant stories in this. Bonus features, screenplay for the sequel, an interview with screenwriter George Romero, Tales from the Creep, an interview with actor Tom Savini, behind the scenes footage with Tom Savini as the Creep, theatrical trailers, TV spots, still gallery, films trailer reel, reversible sleeve incorporating original poster artwork. I'll have to try and get the other two Creepshow movies on Blu-ray. I did have them on DVD a couple of years ago, but I want to try and get them on Blu-ray. I love the retro style there. It's reminiscent of the old EC 50s horror comics, you know, Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror. So yeah, that's Creepshow 2. Next one up. Now, a lot of you might not be aware of this movie. It's quite a rare one. It's called Grave Tales, and the framing story involves Brian Murphy, who played George Roper, a man about the house, and he's a grave digger. And I'll just read you the back of the DVD just to give you a general idea of the movie. When a young genealogist stumbles upon a gravedigger in a creepy Victorian cemetery, he delights in telling her 4 ghoulish stories that make her blood run cold. This British feature-length anthology horror film is the first one of its kind in over 20 years, and is in keeping with the good old-fashioned style of horror film making. It features a number of well-known faces that have adorned the cinema and TV screens from both yesteryear and today, with names such as Brian Murphy, Damien Thomas from Twins of Evil, and Edward D'Souza from Kiss of the Vampire. I actually had to send up especially for this, because it was unavailable on Amazon. A special company that that did it, FGS Production, and it's got DVD bonus features, trailer, behind the scenes, and still gallery. So yeah, that's another good little British horror anthology movie, Grave Tales. Next up, American anthology, All Hallows Eve: The Reaping. Now, this was another great movie. It's nothing to do with the first All Hallows Eve, which was another anthology movie I've got in my collection. This is just an entirely different set of stories. Alone on Halloween, a young woman finds a VHS tape on her doorstep. As she watches the tape, she witnesses a collection of gruesome tales, each more unnerving than the last. However, the true danger lies in the pumpkin-faced killer that's using the tape to find his next victim, and is making his way closer to her with every passing scene. So yeah, I can highly recommend that one, All Hallows Eve. Next one is fantastic release from 88 Films, Two Evil Eyes. Got the slipcover as well. Filmed by George Romero and Dario Argento. So yeah, that's another great anthology. Well, there's just 2 stories in this one, but they're both brilliant. Next one. One of my favourites, Trilogy of Terror. Especially so because it's the part with Karen Black's in all three of these stories. But the one that sticks out in my mind is the one involving the doll, the cannibal doll that goes on the rampage. A murderous Zuni fetish doll. Brand new 4K restoration. Legendary producer director Dan Curtis and William F. Nolan to present the 3 tales of horrific suspense in this highly rated and critically acclaimed made-for-television anthology. It is fantastic. I watched this years ago, like as a teenager, and you know, little did I know that one day I'd actually have it in my collection. You know, so yeah, Trilogy of Terror. Next up is the follow-up, Trilogy of Terror 2. Again, fantastic anthology, American anthology movie. Special features on this one: audio commentary with Troy Howarth, My Days with Dan, interview with star Lisette Anthony, practical magic, the creature effects of Trilogy of Terror 2, with second unit director Eric Allard and special makeup effects artist Rick Stratton. So yeah, again the little the malicious little doll, the Zulu warrior, turns up again in this one, believe it or not. That's in the story He Who Kills. When an African Zuni fetish doll is tied to multiple grisly murders, a young scientist investigates and awakens an unspeakable ancient evil. So yeah, Trilogy of Terror 2. Next one stars the late great Vincent Price, The Monster Club. Another fantastic horror anthology movie with some good elements of humour thrown in, you know. Special features, isolated music score, audio track, original theatrical trailer, textless material, promo, image gallery. John Carradine and Donald Pleasance are also in this. It's a darkly humorous cult horror gem, and it certainly is. From 1981, The Monster Club. Next one up. The Uncanny, from 1977, starring the late great Peter Cushing, who was actually in, you know, he's part of the framing story. 1977, legendary Amicus co-founder Milton Subotsky teamed up with Canadian producer Claude Huru for the anthology shocker celluloiddiaries.com, called highly entertaining, and it really is the best killer cat movie there is. Peter Cushing, Ray Milland, Donald Pleasance, Samantha Egger, Susan Halligan, John Byrne and Alexandra Stewart, starring this grisly portmanteau about a paranoid writer, Cushing, who must convince his publisher, Milland, that all cats are unholy fiends. Based on 3 tales of Kitty Carnage, directed by Dennis Haru from a screenplay by Michael Parry. Michael Parry from Extra, with cinematography by Harry Waxman of The Wicker Man. The uncanny is now scanned from an inter-negative recently discovered in a London vault. Yeah, it's the kind of movie you can curl up and watch with your feline friend, especially if you're confident they would avenge your murder. So yeah, The Uncanny, great little British horror anthology movie from 1977. Next one up, Lon Chaney, The Devil's Messenger. Now this is quite a rare movie actually. Again, this is one of the ones I had to send off for online. Lon Chaney stars as Satan in a 3-part story based on a collection of episodes from the never-aired TV series number 13, Demon Street. The devil sends his reluctant messenger to the surface to recruit new souls. Once in hell, the damned are instructed to prepare for the delivery of Satan's horrifying final message to the world. So yeah, nice little, it's in black and white this one, but it's a good little horror anthology starring the great the late great Lon Chaney Jr. That is The Devil's Messenger. Next one up, The House on Terror Tract, another one of my favourite American horror portmanteau movies. I'll just read you the back of this one just to give you an idea of the movie. For the life of him, real estate agent Bob Carter, played by John Ritter, can't figure out why 3 of his listings are such a tough sell. Sure, the homes have blood-soaked histories. True, the owners are all dead or insane, but these are top-notch houses in turnkey condition, ready to move in. However, today Bob has a sure thing, a newlywed couple in search of the tract home of their dreams. Bob cheerfully shows the properties. The young couple are delighted by what they see, until Bob tells them the fates of the previous owners. So yeah, The House on Terror Tract. Especially, there's a story here called The Monkey. It involves like a rather creepy monkey. Family's kid, wants to, sort of like take in and that, but with terrifying consequences. But I won't tell you too much about it. I'll let you watch it. I highly recommend this one. I'll let you watch it for yourself. So that is The House on Terror Tract. And last but by not means least for this first part of my horror anthology movies is Vincent Price in From a Whisper to a Scream. Again, fantastic American horror anthology. Prepare to be shocked out of your skin with 4 grisly tales of terror in one small town. Legendary king of horror Vincent Price gives us fullest, most sepulchral tones of macabre camp to this gruesome anthology that will haunt you for days. This got some good special features, new audio commentary with director Jeff Bear, new audio commentary with producer Darren Scott and co-screenwriter C. Courtney Joyner, A Decade Under the Innocence, feature-length documentary about teenage adventures in Super 8 filmmaker during the 1970s in Georgia, featuring director Jeff Bear, and more. Return to Oldfield, a comprehensive feature documentary about the making of From a Whisper to a Scream, featuring director Jeff Bear, producer Darren Scott, co-screenwriter C. Courtney Joyner, actor Clu Collager, and more. Still gallery, foreign theatrical trailer, and TV spots. Fantastic anthology movie. Came out in 1987, and as I say, stars the late great Vincent Price in frame and story, and that is From a Whisper to a Scream. Okay guys, that about rounds up the first part of my horror anthology collection. Hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for part 2.